On Draw Stuff Real Easy today, I'm going to show you how to draw a death's head hawk moth. Now we want a kind of a curve like that, and a little curve on the top, and then a kind of knobbly bit on the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a kind of a measurement there. I'm going to do 1 and 2 and an extra little bit, and then that's going to kind of be the body. And then we want a line sort of above there, so that's going to be the top of the wings, which I hope you can see. That's the line of the bottom part of the top wing. And then get yourself a piece of paper and kind of measure that. And it wants to be, the wing wants to come out there and a little fraction more. So it wants to come to there and a little fraction more. And that's where we're kind of headed to. And we want to be kind of aiming to a point about there from there, like that, and then that will sort of come around sort of about like that. So we're coming down like that and down like that and up. And that doesn't quite seem the same distance, does it? So you can always do measurement. That's kind of where we want to be coming down like that. So what have we got going on here? How wide is that? Yeah. And that wants to be coming down at that angle. If in doubt, you can always measure. So I am going to draw this kind of curve. It's like a capital C that's been turned sideways. And then we're going to kind of bring that in there like that, and bring this down there, and bring it in down there like that. And then a sort of a semicircular shape underneath. And then we've got a bit of thorax or something there, and the head. And maybe a little bit of the eyes showing there. And we can draw in the antennae there as well, which have a little kind of hook at the end and a kind of wiggly line underneath it there. Now let's draw the death's head, because that's the most exciting part. And that is going to come around and around, and then it'll go like something like that. And then we can put the eyes in there to make it look all very weird and uncomfortable. And then we want a couple of kind of lines like that. And then draw 2 little curves and then bring that up to there like that. It'll all make sense in the end. The bottom half of the wing is kind of coming out from about there. And then it just wants to come down very gently. Like that, very gently. Let's go up, and that wants to curve around very gently, nicely, and then curve around down like that. This will come up and around and curve down gently like that. And then here we want that to sort of come down and down, and then it will come around and around, and then he wants to drop down a bit and down a bit, and then that will come up to there and up to there. That's quite neat. And then we can bring this body all the way down there like that, and all the way down there like that. Now I'm absolutely sure that the ink is dry, so I'm now going to erase those pencil lines so no one will ever know how you worked it all out. And I'm going to just zoom in that little bit, and I'm going to rearrange this in the middle. Now I'm going to put in a little bit of front leg coming in like that with a little hook. Front leg, front leg like that, and a hook. And I'm just going to shade those in like that with some little stripes. Now we want a broad band of darkness coming there. Then we want 6 bands coming down here. So you might want to work this out in pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So you roughly know where you're going to go like that. And so you want them to be quite definite. You want them to be quite definite, these bands, and they're slightly curved like that. And then we're going to want to sort of split these up. These are getting slightly wider on each side, like that, so that when we get down to here, That's quite a kind of a narrow bit that's much thicker in the middle like that. Now let's come and do something with these wings. We want to draw, kind of coming from here, a nice curve coming down, and then more curves coming down like that. And I'm going to draw a little curve coming down there, and a curve coming down there, and a curve that sort of follows that curve there, so that's curving around like that. And with this one I'm going to do a kind of a wiggle line all the way along it, so that I know that that's a thicker one. And then this could be quite wiggly too, and this is make this kind of wiggliness really close together, these lines, so this is kind of a furry kind of line going across like that. But this one wants to sort of come up in these curves like that, and a curve up to there, and a curve up to there, and then a curve down to there, and a curve down to there. But at the same time it can be quite sort of scratchy, because you're trying to make it look a bit sort of fluffy and furry at the same time. And then you want a little bit of kind of extra, almost like little triangles at the end of those bits there. And we can do the same on this side. And while we're still kind of on the bottom wing, then I'll do kind of the bottom of this back leg sort of coming out like that. So it's in segments with two little claws on the end, and again we can just sort of shade those in like that. The top wing is a little more complicated, so we can do a little kind of curve, wiggly curve going up like that, and then maybe another one sort of coming up inside it like that, and they can kind of be joined by another one coming from the top around like that. It's quite just going to do these kind of curve kind of things there, and then we'll maybe have a few more of those just kind of around like that, and then we're going to want a more definite one sort of coming around like that. But again, it's quite sort of furry, so you can put those kind of little furry kinds of lines in. And then here again we can kind of do that sort of, it's like a 3, isn't it, sort of shape like that. And then here we're going to have these little orange kind of tips, about 6 of them, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then you can make that a little bit darker in between there like that as well. So then we need to colour in the death's head mask and some little parts on the wings and a few spots and the little markings at the edges of the top wing in an orangey kind of colour. And then we can colour in some body parts and the top wing in a warm greyish kind of brown. And then we can finish up with the bottom wings and parts of the body in a warm orangey yellow, kind of warm orange cadmium yellow. And when you've done that, you will have drawn yourself a beautiful death's head hawk moth. Thanks for watching, and make sure you are subscribed to Draw Stuff Real Easy. Now if you've got ideas for videos you'd like me to do, go to drawstuffrealeasy.com and you'll find there's a form there you can send in. Why not share your fantastic drawing on Instagram with the hashtag Shooby-Doodle. In the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.